What's going on, guys? Hey, Tom. Nice to see you, honey. What is going on? Hey, Dominic. How you doing? Hello, hello. I kind of like this without the light behind it. It gives into my Venus and Scorpio vibes. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are having a great day. Not doing too damn shabby myself. Okay. One sec. Oh, never mind. I actually have my vitamins right here, so I can just take them right here. What is today? Tuesday. All right. See this big ass pill box? Love it. Very good. Awesome. Ugh. Okay. Tom, I hope your tango events have been going awesome. I only talk about your tango because I don't know what else you do with your free time. What's going on, Nana? Nice to see you. Your Gemini sun, that's what's up. Apparently, the Gemini reading had some glitches yesterday, so that was fun for no one. So sorry about that to all my Gemini people. Okay. Why does it look like that? I don't think it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like that? All right, there we go. I think that works. I don't know. What's going on, Vanessa? Nice to see you, darling. Welcome to All Signs. Welcome, welcome. I slept on my neck wrong really bad. It feels really bad. I don't know what's going on, but it's gotten to the point where the pain is so bad, it's like affecting my ear. Like, damn, what kind of Aries in the 12th house nightmare was I having? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Darn. Yeah, darn it is. All right, guys. So, welcome to All Signs Tarot. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind, their feelings for you. Okay. Usually this is romantic, but if it's platonic, please, by all means, just take it how it resonates. You can check for any placement, quite frankly, because it doesn't matter. These are general readings. If you want a personal one, you can visit violettaalexis.com. If you guys want to book a super chat question this evening, you can do so right here on the YouTube app. Okay. There's no external links required, just right here on the YouTube app. So let me just get to shuffling here and then we're going to go ahead and get started. How has that full moon been treating you guys? Seen anything about that yet? Felt any effects from it? Do you feel like you did? Has it been kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy? All right, last deck I'm going to shuffle. And I promise we're going to do these damn readings. If it kills me. Super sensitive? Really? I never, like, I never really trust it. I never really trust it until I get to like the end, right? So before the new moon starts in Gemini, which is on I think it's the 26th. I never really trust it until I know we're about to hit the next new moon or the full moon for when I'm really going to see the effects of it. That's how I also feel when it comes to planets or aspects that they're making. I feel like it's a lot of the times at kind of the tail end a lot, I notice when you really start to feel it. Like when it's just getting done doing its magic, you know what I'm saying? Kinda all right, but it can always be better. It can also always be worse. You know what I'm saying? Please start with Pisces today. All fine, awesome blossom. Just because your name reminds me of The Office, we can go ahead and do that. All right. Last shuffle. Kind of digging this like dark vibe here. This is very up my alley. Alrighty. All right, we're gonna start with Pisces today. What's going on, Tay? How you doing, baby? All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start with Pisces. Once again, welcome to All Signs Tarot. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and their feelings for you. You can check for any placement of yours. It really doesn't matter because these are general readings. If you want to book a personal, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. If you want to book a super chat question this evening to get your cards read during the live stream, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. If you're unfamiliar and you don't know how to book a super chat, first, you want to check out the rules. You're going to find the rules on my website at violettaalexis.com, but it'll take you right to it. If you look at the pinned comment in the chat section, click that link and it'll take you to the super chat rules. Okay. So, is that a thing? Today was my all black day. Ooh, I love that. Love you. Love you too, honey. Pisces, Moon, Mars, Venus. Wow. You got an exalted Venus. I would kill for one of those. I do not feel anything. The clouds and rain is diluted any effect it may have. Okay. It was raining today. I love it. I love it when it rains. I'm not going to lie. I know what you mean, Vanessa. I love it when it rains personally. It puts me in a better mood than when the sun is out. Hands down. I really want to live in a place that has a lot of nature, that has a lot of water, that has a lot of greenery. That you know what I like? Forks, Washington. Like, and you see in Twilight, like how kind of like doomy, gloomy it is, but really pretty. I love that vibe. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's take a look at Pisces first. What's going on, Pisces? I hope you're having a great week so far. Let's take a look at the person on your mind. We're going to take a look at their feelings for you, how they see you, and the action that they're going to take towards you. Okay. Let's see. Feelings, Seven of Wands. How they see you, Three of Pentacles. Actions, Devil. Hmm. For some of you, you may work with this person. Okay. That devil, though, that's interesting. Well, that could go really, really great or really crappy. What I'm seeing so far is okay. I'm not a huge fan of the Seven of Wands. It just depends. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Seven of Wands in feelings, but let's see. Seven of Wands with the Two of Swords and the Fool. It almost feels like they're trying to ignore something more than anything. Because the Seven of Wands sometimes makes me feel like a person who's attempting to put some level of distance between them and another person. It can also be that they're attempting to maintain something with you, but they may feel like in order to maintain what you guys already have, if you're in good standing or whatever, that they may feel like they need to bottle certain things up or not talk about certain things in order to keep the peace. Oh, well, let's just start fresh, no big deal. Let bygones be bygones, right? Kind of thing. I don't think that this is necessarily like bad in their feelings. It just feels like they're trying to maintain the peace more than anything. They may be having a hard time making a decision in regards to taking a full leap. in this connection or with you emotionally, intimately, whatever it is, but like they're here. They just feel like there needs to be some kind of space that they need to put between you and what they're feeling. They may also feel like for some of you, if this is something new or if this is somebody who had to compete for your attention in some kind of way, I do think that they're willing to compete for it. I do think that they're willing to do the work. I don't think that they're afraid to show up and be like, try and get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that they lack confidence in that way. So if this is somebody that has felt like they need to compete for your attention or kind of get in the ring and, throw some bows with some people in order to get you, I don't think that they're afraid to do that as well. It almost feels like they're circling in on you. Not in like a bad way or anything, but it's like a weird like they're circling in on you. I don't know how to explain that. It's very interesting. The 3 of Pentacles for how they see you with the Ace of Wands and the Emperor reversed. Okay. They look at you like it's either this, okay? They either look at you like you have a lot to learn. Okay. And not in like a bad way necessarily, but that Emperor in reverse is there. So, this is somebody who may feel like you have a lot to learn. They could also feel like they have a lot to learn from you, but I do feel like it's a little bit the other way around. But they can feel like because you're willing or because you're willing to get on the same page, because you are somewhat willing to try to work together with them, like teamwork, you get on the same page, etc. They may find that inspiring. There's a very strong attraction that they have, but that Emperor in reverse, it's like they see you as somebody willing to kinda do the work, willing to learn, willing to get on the same page, somebody that they even find very attractive, but they also feel with that Emperor in reverse that, like, for instance, if you're a man, they may feel like you're a bit emasculated, or they may feel like sometimes you have a hard time putting away the petty stuff or putting away some kind of unnecessary, I don't want to call them unnecessary, but it might be something that they deem as unnecessary emotions in order to work together, in order to get over that hump, in order to cross that bridge. So I think that they're kind of looking at you like, well, if there's a will, there's a way, right? And they're looking at you like you're willing in some way. The devil for their actions. Wow. The 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Once again, I don't think that this is somebody who is afraid to go for it. Like I was telling you, this is not somebody who lacks a bunch of confidence. This isn't somebody who's got their tail between their legs, pee in their pants. I don't think that that's this person. This is somebody who's very relationship oriented. Mind you, this is all earth energy. This is all earth energy. It's very grounded. And although I know the devil is bad, it's not always bad, especially depending upon the other cards. This is somebody who, keep in mind, the devil's Capricorn. So Capricorn is about taking the initiative and being patient towards the thing that you're trying to build. And this to me is somebody who's has the power to commit to you, has the power to be a husband or wife, has the power to build, has the power to be nurturing, has so this is somebody very future oriented when it comes to you. And I do believe that they are going to commit to you, or I believe that they're just very future focused, eye on the ball kind of thing. They seem to be really going for this. Your feelings are the sun reversed and the star. I don't think that you're without your doubts, but even when the sun's reversed, it's still positive. So yeah, you may have some doubts, but you're still pretty optimistic about the situation. You're still very hopeful. You still feel like there's a future here. So that's good. It looks to me like you both feel like there's a future here and you're willing to most likely do the work. Because I think that there are some things that you really want to share with this person that you may have not revealed. I don't think like they're bad per se. It just feels like there are some things that maybe you could be hesitant to share with this person because you're afraid of how it will be received. I feel like it's not as bad as you think it would be. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to get your cards read during the live, then you can go ahead and book a super chat question directly here in the YouTube app. Okay, let's move on. What's going on, Sophia? Nice to see you, darling. Thanks so much for the super chat question. That's what's up, Tay. Love that. What's up, Lori? Nice to see you here, honey. All right, what's going on, Aquarius? How you doing? Welcome. Let's see what you have going on here for this week between you and your person. Let's see what their feelings are for you. Reverse the roles if you need to, okay? The Tower reversed for this person's feelings for you. Okay. How they see you, the Magician. The Two of Pentacles reversed for their actions. Well, they definitely view you as very in control and almighty freaking powerful. Let's see what that Tower in reverse is. The Empress. The Seven of Cups. Tell me about that Seven of Cups. The Ace of Swords. They're having a hard time letting go. They're having a hard time with either letting go of you, the relationship, their feelings for you, something that may have been built on a bit of a shaky foundation. They could feel like they've been a little delusional about that in some way. But they're having a hard time letting go. They're having a hard time, jumping out the window to save themselves in some ways. Because I think that this person doesn't really feel like they're seeing things clearly. There may be a lot of fantasy that this person tends to indulge in when it comes to their feelings for you. And it doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong or anything like that, just feelings. And so I think when it comes to them, they feel like they're worthy, they feel pretty damn good about themselves just as a whole. I think with that Empress there, if that Empress is them. And so they feel like they know their value and they know their worth. But for instance, if they've put up with certain things or accepted a certain standard that maybe they necessarily wouldn't have, right? We all break our rules for somebody, right? They may be questioning that about themselves. Like, am I really who am I kind of thing? What is my worth? What is my standard? And I feel like this is somebody who's trying to find that clarity. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to find it out. They're trying to figure out, is this real? Does this make sense? Am I right about this person? So I do want to see one more. What's that Tower over? Seven of Swords. I feel like they're really having a hard time seeing things clearly. That's really what it comes down to. And I feel like there's this need for them to protect themselves in some way. Reverse this if you guys need to, okay? There's this need for them to protect the connection, but also this need for them to protect themselves as well. How they see you as the Magician, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Swords. Yeah. So, they feel like you have everything that you need in order to create the reality that you want. And they may even feel like, the ball is in your court kind of thing. And I say that because the magician, right? He has all of the things basically that he needs. He's very powerful. He can either use his power for good or he can use his power for bad, just like we all can. The problem with the magician is that he has what he needs to either be the villain or the hero, right? He has everything. So whatever he chooses is really the bones of it. And this person, um they may feel like you are very concerned with what you're getting back, like love with conditions. Well, if I'm going to make this happen, like what am I getting out of this? Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just telling you, right? That's just how they may see it. I do want to see that 5 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. They, once again, they feel like the ball's in your court, but it's more about like love with conditions, or what am I getting out of this? And listen, um I don't think that we should just always be giving, 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 and getting like treated like shit by anybody. I don't think that we should be giving, 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 and being treated like crap. So if this person feels like they're giving and they're getting treated like crap, well, then, I would definitely advise them, if they were my client, to not give anymore, right? You can't give more to someone of something that they don't already appreciate. And while I'm not saying that you don't appreciate it, I am still sticking to what I said. So, um, please reverse this if you need to. Okay. The Two of Pentacles reversed for their actions. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think they're going to do what's right for them, because there may be something with that Two of Pentacles reversed, Celestial Weaver reversed, and the Justice reverse. Okay. There may be this energy where they're dropping this, or they're realizing that something is a little bit more chaotic than they would like it to be. They may be feeling like, they've bit off more than they can chew. And so they don't really have the intent to manifest this anymore, which is just essentially manifestation is just intention. So they don't really have like an intent to really, well, what's good for me and Aquarius. It's more about what's right for them. And they may be feeling like there's a reason that they need to do that. You're in the energy, or your feelings for them are the Eight of Cups and the Page of Swords reverse. You may be walking away due to some level of misinformation, gossip, rumors, drama, spying, mishandling information, something like that. You may be feeling like something was an illusion to you and you're needing to walk away. Okay. Or you may feel like it's this person, but I don't usually read it like that. If it's in somebody's feelings, it's about like what they're doing or what they're, you know what I mean? So sorry, I know that sounded crappy, but I feel like they want to nurture this, at least right now, but I feel like if you want them to, I feel like something would have to change. Okay. So thank you so much, Aquarius. I greatly appreciate you. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live stream, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and move on. What's up, Mason? How you doing, honey? Capricorn. What's going on, Capricorn? Let's go ahead and check out how your person is feeling for you. In this person's feelings, we got the Death reversed. How they see you is the Six of Swords. Their future actions, the King of Swords. Okay, well, let's see that Death reversed first. Queen of Cups reversed. The King of Wands. I feel like this person is a masculine. Okay. I feel like in this person's feelings for you, you're showing up as a Queen of Cups reverse. This person feels like you don't trust them, and it can be because of something that happened in the past. And if nothing is really changing, if something isn't transmuting, transforming in the way that maybe they think that you'd like, that's why that distrust is still there. So they may feel like because of that, you're still having some kind of negative emotional feelings within the dynamic. Now, this person is very attracted to you. I think that they're stuck on you. They have their sights on you. The King of Wands is Leo, right? All the kings are fixed energy. So I mean, and then you see the King of Swords in their action. So I feel like this person is stuck on you in some way. That they're dedicated in some way. Tell me about that Queen of Cups reversed, the Temperance reverse. There could have been an issue here where somebody was acting a little bit self-righteous, somebody could have lost their patience with another person. There could be some belief systems between the two of you that don't really coincide, that aren't really compatible in some way, okay? But whatever it is, this person definitely feels like you're discontent. Like you're not really happy with, not that you don't love them or anything, or you don't care about them or whatever, but they definitely feel like you don't trust them, and they feel like you're stuck in that space while they're still attempting to pursue you. And I think that they're confident in their feelings for you, but they're like, yeah, Capricorn doesn't really trust my ass. How they see you is the Six of Swords, the King of Cups, the Nine of Swords. I feel like that king is them. They want to be there for you. They want to be there for you. They're wanting to, I think, solve your problems. I know that sounds really weird, but the King of Cups, he's a bit of a problem solver. I mean, I think all the kings are. So can the queens, but the King of Cups, he wants to hold your emotions. He wants to be able to create that space for you, to be able to be that rock, to be able to hold what it is that you got, baby. And I think that this person feels like you got a lot going on up here. This person looks at you like you're a bit of an overthinker. You overthink things, and they feel like you're trying to move on from that. You're trying to move on from that mindset, or there are some things that you're moving on from. Maybe you've forgiven them in some way. Or if there has been some kind of toxicity between the two of you, they feel like you're attempting to resolve that within yourself, resolve that between the two of you, but they still feel like you're really in your head about things. And maybe it's totally justified. I don't know, but it's just hurting you, right? So the King of Cups tells me that this person is likely in love with you. And because they feel like you're the Queen of Cups, this person may be trying to become something that they feel like you need, the King of Cups, because that is the wonderful. Well, gotta love that, guys. All righty. Just a second, please. Apparently, we just had a technical difficulty. Okay. All righty. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my God. I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that, Capricorn. That was so weird. It's like crazy because it was working just fine, like all freaking day, right? And then, of course, the second I'm doing yours. So, yeah, other than that, I feel like it's a good energy. So their actions towards you, we got the King of Swords, we got the Knight of Pentacles, we got the Page of Pentacles reversed. What's that Page of Pentacles reversed? The Nine of Wands reversed. They're wanting to move to the next level, in my opinion. So I feel like that King of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles, it's somebody who's attempting to be fair with you. They're trying to think outside of the box in regards to how they can work towards this. This is something that they likely want for the long term with the Knight of Pentacles. This is not them like just screwing around, wanting to dick around, wanting to mess around. Like the Page of Pentacles makes me feel like this person maybe has already been putting in an effort potentially. And so maybe they want to now take on like the full action. But the Page of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes be like a bit of a delay with something. So they may be delaying specific action or a conversation that they're attempting to have. What's going on, Carmen? Your feelings for this person, the Hangman with the Knight of Swords reverse. This to me is you just kind of like surrendering. It doesn't seem like you're trying to control anything. You're just kind of going with what's given to you. It's like you're just kind of going along with whatever this is. Like you're going with the flow of something. You're surrendering, you're going with the flow, you're looking at things from a different angle, like in a positive way. But there's a reason why I think that you're doing that. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question during this live, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. Have a great week. Sagittarius. All right. What's going on, Sag? I hope you're having a great week so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at your person and their feelings for you. The Eight of Pentacles and their feelings for you, Sagittarius. How they see you is the Three of Swords reversed. Actions, 10 of Wands. Okay. Well, it seems like they're taking on a big responsibility, putting in a lot of effort. Definitely no slouch here. So let's see that Eight of Pentacles first. The World. Wow. The Four of Cups. Why the Four of Cups? So this is a bit of a doozy. This is somebody who is really busting their ass. I mean, they're really busting their ass. Okay, at least they're trying to, or they feel like they are. Anyway, they're trying to put out any potential distractions that may be an issue between the two of you, or put out some kind of distractions that may create problems in your guys' dynamic or your relationship. And so the World being here tells me that they are laser focused on having some level of closure with you, or having some level of success with you. But with the Four of Cups and the Phoenix reverse clarifying the Four of Cups, it more so makes me feel like, excuse me, it more so makes me feel like this is somebody who feels like it's not good enough. Or this can be somebody who feels like you don't see it, or you don't see them. Or this can be somebody who even lacks gratitude for how far they've come with you, or maybe even lacks gratitude and they don't realize it for you. But I feel like it's more as though they feel like you don't see them, or there's a level of rejection regardless of how much is being worked on or how much is being changed, because they feel like no matter how much work they're putting in, it's not good enough. Whether you think that or not, or whether that's true or not, it's just how they're feeling. So it's like there's this constant like level of disappointment inside of themselves because they feel like something's not beautiful enough, or they're not handsome enough, or something just isn't good enough. The Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Pentacles. There could be like a financial element here. So the Three of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles reversed to the Six of Pentacles. This can be somebody who looks at you like you're hurting pretty bad. There are some residual things that you're still hanging on to that don't feel good. That feel like shit, basically. And because of that, this person may feel like you don't value yourself, or you don't see the beauty in yourself, or you're feeling like you need to overgive in order to prove something because of some kind of old paradigm or old thought process that you're holding on to that has everything to do with you and your trauma or your wounds, right? So, um, for instance, I used to really think that, and listen, there's nothing wrong with doing this. If you want to do this, like whatever makes you happy, okay? But I've had bad skin pretty much my whole life, and people were always picking apart just how I looked, even before I had bad skin, okay? People still do that to me, right? And so I felt like I had to blow up my lips like a freaking baboon, right? I felt like I had to bleach my hair. I felt like I had to basically damn near wear a costume in order to be physically accepted by people, right? So I grew up like overdoing it or feeling like I needed to overdo it because everyone was picking on me all the time about how I looked or what my weight was for whatever reason. And, at the end of the day, now I realize it really doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with their own personal insecurities. So, what is your thing, right? What is the reason why you're wearing a costume, or what is the reason why you feel like you need to overgive? So, whatever that overgiving is, or whatever that feeling like you're not good enough is, where is that coming from? Now, this is just their perspective, so maybe it's not your truth, maybe it's theirs. But if it is your truth, it's definitely something to look at, right? Because they do feel like you're a very generous, loving, giving person, maybe even to the point of your own detriment. 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands reversed, and the 4 of Wands reversed for their actions. So, it feels like they really want your attention, but they may be going about it in like kind of a toxic way, or maybe they have done that in the past. What the fuck? God, what is going on with my freaking device? Um, mm, they feel like they can't freely, feel like they can't freely express themselves. Like they don't feel welcome to, or they just keep plugging along, taking on the responsibility. This feels very Capricornian, or very well, I'm just gonna keep plugging along and doing what I have to do in order to make it work, or I'm just gonna take one for the team. And it seems like that's what they're trying to do, even though they're starting to lose some steam, or they're starting to lose passion, or they're feeling unwelcomed, or they're I don't it almost feels like they're becoming like a shell of themselves in some weird way. Oof. You're feeling sad. The 5 of Pentacles reversed with the 5 of Cups. I mean, you have some sadness around this, maybe some regrets, maybe you miss them if you're not in contact, whatever it is. But with that 5 of Pentacles in reverse, you're trying to come out of that, or maybe you feel like you want to unblock them. Maybe you feel sorry about something. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But 2 fives equal completion. You may feel like something is done, or it's getting ready to be done, or you're feeling like you have to fess up to something, or you need to ask them to apologize, or, I don't know. It's pretty sad. I'm not going to lie. It looks a little sad. I don't know, you know? So, anyway, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question and get your cards read live during the stream, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. What's up, Carmen? Thanks, honey. I appreciate you very much. That's what's up, Chris. Okay. All right, what's going on, Scorpio? How you doing? Let's go ahead and take a look at your person and their feelings for you. The Four of Pentacles for this person's feelings. How they see you is the Five of Wands. And the Chariot in reverse for their actions. Okay. Maybe a little bit of drama. I think that they're feeling a little bit with the tail between their legs kind of vibe, okay? They could feel out of control a little bit, or like they don't have control over the connection. The Four of Pentacles just tells me that they're trying to be responsible, or they may be holding back their feelings for some reason. So let's see that Four of Pentacles. The Six of Cups. The Moon. What's the Moon reversed? The Page of Cups. Aww. Oh, this person loves the shit out of you, darling. Okay. Well, I don't think it's bad. Okay. I hate to use that word. I don't think it's bad. It's whatever. It's just a damn tarot reading. This person is afraid to lose you with the Four of Pentacles. You know, like you look at the Four of Pentacles and the Strength card, and it's like, okay, well, the Strength card holds on or holds back because they feel like that is, you know, the right thing to do, or they're if they were to be impulsive and take action towards something, you know, that would be the weak move, right? The Four of Pentacles holds back because it's afraid. Okay. Or it holds on because it's afraid. It feels like it's not enough. It feels like it doesn't have enough of whatever. And so there's a fear that is wrapped around this person and how they hold on to you. Why? Don't get me wrong. I definitely think that the feelings are valid. I think that the feelings are true. I feel like they're honest. Um, but I also think that there is fears here. Four of Pentacles, Moon reversed. There's definitely an inner child that this person tends to project onto you, right? Maybe they got mommy issues, maybe they got daddy issues, maybe they plant those issues inside of you, whatever it may be. There's some true fear here. There's some true sadness here. And I don't feel like it necessarily has something to do with you per se. I feel like it's just a fear of rejection, a fear of loss. So the Six of Cups tells me that this person feels like you guys have been a gift to one another in some aspect. And this can be somebody who cherishes your guys' memories together and the memories that they still want to create with you. As corny as that sounds, it's true. There's an admiration that this person has for you. So this is actually really cute. I like it, besides them holding on to you for fear or because of it. How they see you is the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Strength. Well, speaking of the devil, huh? This is somebody who feels like you are certainly a force to be reckoned with when it comes to how you think, what you think, how you express yourself, you know. And this is somebody who feels like you may try to sometimes impress upon them your ideas or your beliefs, or they may feel like sometimes you create drama out of nonsense. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't give a shit. It's just how they see you. Okay. So this person may feel like there's i- i- mm, sometimes you get ahead of yourself and say things you don't mean, or sometimes you get ahead of yourself and you try to, it's almost giving me like the Hierophant reverse, where you're trying to pressure someone else to believe something. With that strength there, though, I think that they feel like it comes from a place of heart and it comes from a place of passion. So while they may feel like you create this drama or whatever, they know where it comes from, or I think that they can respect or even understand why that is. They look at you like a very strong person, you know, someone with a lot of heart. The Chariot reversed, the Eight of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Now, this is for their future actions. Whew. There's a bit of chaos happening here, and it's because this person is essentially repeating a cycle. Let me see what that cycle is. The Four of Swords reverse. It can be some old wounds that are kind of festering that are coming back up. You know, they probably need to go take a nap. They might need to go lay on the couch at the therapist's office. There's something that they're still bothered by, whether that has something to do with you or not. That's actually creating the repetitive cycle. And so this person is, it almost feels as though they are reacting under pressure in a way that is not necessarily conducive to the dynamic, conducive to the two of you, whatever it is. They're like they're losing control in some way. Not necessarily like they had it, but there's a loss of control because they're trying to control it. Because they're trying to control something. They're in their head. They're trying to hold on too tightly, something like that. Speaking of the devil, Hierophant reversed is in your feelings. There's love here, I think, but you may feel like there's something quite unconventional about this, or you may feel like you guys do have a difference in beliefs. You know, you guys may have a difference in beliefs or values or more morale or whatever it is, but there's still love here and you have a lot to give. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. What's up, Delta? How you doing, honey? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on to Libra. What's going on, Libra? How you doing? Let's go ahead and see what your person is feeling for you. The Page of Wands reversed for feelings. The Lovers reversed for how they see you. The High Priestess reversed for actions. Three of Cups reversed. The Queen of Swords. Ooh. Is that Queen of Swords this person? Reversed is no, upright is yes. No. Okay. Woof. This person does not have good news to share. Libra, it seems like this is somebody, this is a feminine, okay? So reverse it if you need to, but this is somebody who's really maybe feeling like they need to delay some level of communication, either because there's gossip, rumors, drama, or because there's a third party, or they just want to be left the fuck alone, okay? Quite frankly. And it's because this is somebody who feels like they've been hurt enough in a situation. So now they're not really making decisions based on love anymore. They're making decisions based on what their head is telling them. And I feel like they're being very logical about whatever it is that they're thinking, because now they feel like they need to cut something out because it is too much drama, or they want to be alone, you know? Um, so not really my favorite. Like, for you, I mean, like, for them, okay, if they feel like they need to do that, more power to them. What's that 3 of Cups reversed? Ooh, the Queen of Wands reversed. They may feel like somebody around you is jealous of them, hating on them in some kinda way, okay? And I don't think that they wanna have any parts of that at all, honestly. So, I mean, that's pretty point blank period. The Lovers reversed for how they see you with the Six of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups. Well, they feel like you talk a big game, but when it really comes down to making a decision, taking accountability, or earning your level of validation or success, they feel like you're just full of it, whether that's true or not. So I do think that they see you as taking some level of action, being vulnerable, etc. But they may either feel like you're trying to hide them, or they can feel like you feel as though you deserve this huge parade and pat on the back in your name, for being vulnerable or being open, when they may feel like you chose someone else over them. They may feel like there's unrequited love. They may look at you like you're blaming them for everything without putting any attention on yourself or taking any level of of accountability for what you've done or whatever it is. They may even feel like you're entitled, you know? Like I said, whether that's true or not. Whether that's true or not, that's how they see it. Don't get me wrong, like, I think that they look at you like you talk a good game and you're very romantic, or you can be, but when it really comes down to it, it's like, oof, not my favorite. Not my favorite. So they could be, like, delaying some level of communication because they're not feeling very confident right now, but I feel like when they do communicate. Okay. What's up, Julianne? Thanks so much for the super chat question, honey. Well, let's see what their actions are. Ugh. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I gotta be honest, buddy. The High Priestess reversed, the Judgment reversed, the Three of Wands reversed. They're getting frustrated now. They're kind of over it. I don't see them, making a decision that maybe you necessarily want. I don't see them coming together. I don't see them trying to have a reconciliation if there's been a separation. If anything, I feel like they're hiding things from you. Not necessarily anything, nefarious or whatever, but they're probably keeping very quiet. They may be isolating once again. Three of Cups reversed, High Priestess reversed. And there may be some kind of truth that ends up coming out. And I don't know, because these are their actions. So it may be a truth that's being revealed from them to you, either about you or about them. I feel like there's some, let me see what your feelings are for this person. The Nine of Cups and the Two of Wands. You feel like this person crosses off a lot of the boxes or checks off a lot of the boxes that you would want in a person. But you also know that you have a decision to make. And I think that you're trying to make some kind of plan in order to get something that you want from this person. Not necessarily like something nefarious, but it is, you are making it like about you, which isn't always bad, okay? But the Nine of Cups tells me that there's a level of contentment and independence that you have when it comes to yourself, when it comes to this relationship or relationships in general. And with the Two of Wands, you're trying to kind of decide on what you want to do here or the move that you want to make, but you're probably going to be doing something different than what you usually do, whatever that means. So that is what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. All right, let's move on to Virgo. There it is. What's going on, Cassie? Nice to see you. What's up, Donna? All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what is going on with you and your person. Let's see their feelings for you. Their feelings for you. The Ten of Swords. Yikes. The Hermit reverse for how they see you. Well, that's you. Their actions. The Ten of Cups. What? How does that even make sense? Okay. Well, let's see that Ten of Swords, because I'm really confused. What? Why? Oh. All right. So, I mean, I got some good news and some bad news here. There may end up being some kind of ending. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that it's not from an actual truth, but it may be something that was miscommunicated, a misunderstanding, or some level of misinformation that is creating a level of insecurity within this person, or this need for them to drop out of the relationship or the dynamic completely. Because this is like a 10 swords in the back kind of vibe. Okay. And they may be feeling betrayed in some way, or they may have done the betrayal. I don't know, but I don't think so, because the Page of Swords in reverse is telling me that something isn't necessarily correct, or this person doesn't have all of the facts. This feels impulsive, if I'm going to be honest. It feels like oh shit, you know? And it's like when you like, I have a thing where I get very impulsive about blocking people. Like, immediately when I feel like you're fucking around with me, you're messing with me, you're gone. You're gone. Okay? Um and then you got to cash app your way back in. It'll be an expensive mistake, right, guys? But it's it feels like an impulse. Okay, what is that Page of Swords in reverse about? The Five of Swords? They feel like there was manipulation or some level of loss. They lost. It's an assumption, it feels. This feels like a huge miscommunication or misunderstanding. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what that Hermit in reverse is. This is how they see you. They feel like you're being paranoid. So this is what I'm getting. It feels like something is ending, okay? And they're becoming insecure about it, and there's some level of missed opportunity here because of something that was miscommunicated, or an assumption, something that is not necessarily correct. And then when I see how they see you, the Hermit in reverse is somebody who's paranoid, they're in their head, they don't have the right information, they're losing their shit essentially. And it this person is seeing you as, because you're in that mindset, because you're losing your shit here, right? You're making the decision to not take action towards them, to not be vulnerable, to not show up like you usually do, or whatever the case is. So they may feel like you're deciding to completely isolate, right? You're gone, you're out of there, you're doing the Violetta block, okay? Um but it's now I got to see, cuz that 10 of cups is here for their actions. The Five of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed. There's a misunderstanding that's happening this week. Be careful. We're having that Sun conjunct Uranus thing happening on Saturday, I believe it is. So there may be something that's like very surprising or shocking. It may not necessarily be correct. So, I mean, with the action that they're taking towards you, if there is block communication, if there is a misunderstanding, they seem to be trying to make it right. They're showing up, they're loving on you, they're caring about you, they're being emotionally supportive, you know. So I really want to say, like, this week, Virgo, just make sure that you're checking all of your facts, because something may not necessarily be what you think it is, okay? Or maybe what this person thinks it is. Reverse it if you need to. I don't know. Oh, God, my back hurts so bad. Aw. The Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups reversed is in your feelings. There may be a level of codependency here, okay? But I think that when it comes to how you feel about this person, you can be incredibly indulgent when it comes to how you feel about them, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, drink them up, right? You are totally and utterly in love with them. I would be shocked if you weren't. And I believe that it is mutual because it's the Queen of Cups. So it's mutual. What's that Nine of Cups reversed? The World reversed. There's some kind of unfinished business where you feel like maybe you're not getting something that you want. So that may be what's going on here. And I don't know what that is. Maybe you wanted them to block somebody. Maybe you want, I don't know. Okay. But there's just some unfinished business, something that we're needing to kind of close out. And you know that, whether it is some kind of codependence or whether it is, you feel like you're not getting a need met, but you do love them. So I feel like it's just a big misunderstanding. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question and get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Oh, Julianne, I am so serious. What's up, Cassie? Thanks. I am so serious. I have absolutely, like, people who have been blocked in my life before, I've told them they can buy their way out of Violetta jail. I'm so serious. I don't even mess around about it anymore. You're welcome, Aisha. No problem. Alrighty. Let's see my little Leos. What's going on, Leo? How you doing, honey? All right, Leo, let's go ahead and check out your person's feelings for you. The Judgment reversed in their feelings. How they see you as the Fool. Action, Hangman reversed. Okay. They're not really doing much. They feel like you're up and at them and you're out of there maybe. But let's see. Let's see what that Judgment. They're playing the waiting game. That's what this looks like to me. They are playing the waiting game, in my opinion. If there's some level of like accountability that they need to take, I don't think that they have an intent to take it. If there is a reconciliation that is like the big elephant in the room, they don't seem to be doing it. They feel like they have the power to do it or the ball's in their court in some way, but they're kind of like going with whatever you're doing. They're just following your lead. Why? The Four of Pentacles reversed. There could be something, a financial component here, or the Four of Pentacles in reverse can them just be like letting something go, not holding on to something anymore, not holding on too tightly to an outcome, you know, not holding on due to fear of loss or fear of abandonment, maybe. But they seem to be like letting go or feeling like they need to let go. It can also be like taking a risk. But I asked why they were just kind of following your lead, and I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, hands up in the air kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? How they see you is the Fool, the Devil reversed, and the Chariot. Well, I don't know where the hell you're going, but they see you going. What's that Devil reversed? The Ace of Wands. This is somebody who feels like you are very, very motivated to see the truth, see your own truth, see their truth, whatever it is, and you ain't scared of shit. Okay? They feel like you have a lot of willpower to succeed. They see you having some level of victory, and it's because you're taking a chance. I don't know if it's taking a chance on them, taking a chance at life. What are we taking a chance on here? The Page of Pentacles. They feel like you're putting in a very gallant effort either towards business, money, your finances, your health, something that you're learning. You're no slouch is how they see you. And so old baggage that you may have been holding on to for a while, they don't feel like you're holding on to that anymore. You're ready for your journey, and you're ready for this new journey in your life, through this sense of self-awareness, through this sense of getting your power back in some way. They feel like they look at you like you're very motivated. I think that they look at you like you're inspiring to them. You're inspiring to them. I gotta be honest, I don't like their energy. I just gotta be honest. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to say I don't like it, but it looks a little skeevy. Like, I don't know if they're just waiting for you to mess up or they're waiting for you to trip or fall. Like, something is a little like, hee. That's what it feels like. I'm sorry to say that about your person. Yeah, look. Uh-huh. This person may be trying to control you through non-communication. Do you know what I mean by that? So some people will purposely like not talk to you in order to gain some kind of level of control. Not everybody. Listen, some people are just fucking busy. Carmen asked me for a favor the other day, but I have family visiting and then I forgot about it. But then every time she comes in here, I remember that she had texted me. And then by the time I'm out of here, I fucking forget about it again. Okay. Some people just get busy, you know what I mean? um, but this person, this feels more like they're hanging on to something. They're hanging on to something. They're not seeing things from a higher perspective. They're repeating a cycle in their life with how they've usually dealt with things. Your feelings for this person, the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands reversed. When it comes to them, you may feel like you're needing to be a bit cautious. Okay. I think that you're feeling pretty confident in your indecision just as much as your decisions. Indecision is a decision. You can be very attracted to them with that Queen of Wands there, but you feel like you're in the driver's seat and that's it. Point blank, period. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, including this person. Okay. I'm not saying you don't care a little bit, but the Queen of Wands is like, I don't care what people think about me. So there's something to that. But I feel like they might have the right idea about you, Leo. So that is what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. Definitely an interesting read. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question during this live, then you can do so right here in the YouTube app. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You just answered my question with this reading. Yes. Okay, period. I meant the Virgo reading is exactly what I'm going through, not when misspelled. All right, let's see. Cancer. All right, Cancer, what's going on? How you doing? Let's go ahead and take a look on how your person feels for you. Okay. Do, 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 do. Five of Cups reversed. Okay, I like that. How they see you is the Three of Pentacles. Some of you work with this person. Six of Pentacles in reverse for their future actions. High Priestess reversed. The Lovers reversed. Good God Almighty. What's that High Priestess reversed? What's that Lovers reversed? Okay. If there are some secrets, whether on your side, their side, whatever it is, there's forgiveness. There's forgiveness, or they feel like there is. Okay. Whether it's you forgiving them, whether it's them forgiving you. And I feel like it is around some kind of secrets or some kind of hidden information, potentially that created some level of disconnect between the two of you. And I think that there's a lot of love here. I think that there's a lot of emotional fulfillment, but there may be sometimes this level of, is this really meant for me? Or the Lovers in reverse can sometimes be where, someone's blaming another person, or it can be like, is this equal? Is this unrequited? So there can be a questioning of that maybe, or they can feel like there is, but they can be having a hard time really reading the room or listening to their gut instincts, listening into their intuition and trusting it. If I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like their intuition is wrong, which means it's not their intuition. It means it's coming from their head, most likely. So while I don't think that they're wrong about everything, but I think that the High Priestess in reverse next to the Lovers in reverse, this can represent somebody who may be mm, um, giving themselves the wrong idea about the connection. This person, maybe they feel like you don't love them. Maybe this person feels like there's some inconsistency here, or there's a lack of passion in some way. It can just simply be that this is somebody who's having a hard time overcoming the differences that you guys have between you when it comes to your belief systems, when it comes to your values, things of that nature. There may have just been some simple kind of miscommunication. Okay, or a lie of omission. Okay. But all in all, there is happiness here. There is love. There is some level of emotional commitment, which is great. But I think it's taken a lot of forgiveness, whether on their side or your side, I can't really tell. Um, or a lot of needing to ask for forgiveness, likely on both sides. But they're learning how to, or they feel like they can make something out of it regardless of the past. They're feeling like they can do something positive with it regardless of what has happened between the two of you. Okay. The Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this may be somebody who feels like they have a lot to learn from you, vice versa. And they do feel like you're attempting to get on the same page with them, okay? But they may also feel like you have a lot of critiques for them, or they may feel like you can be very picky, or you can kind of come down on them a little bit, or even come down on yourself really a little bit too harshly. But they may feel like you're trying not to do that, even though they feel like they can sense it. So, what do I mean by that? If you really have communicated before that you can't stand it when this person leaves the kitchen rag on top of the sink. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Or in the sink. Okay. And you have told them that. And then they're in the kitchen one day, the kitchen rag is in the sink. You come in the kitchen, you both look at the kitchen rag, you look at each other, and they're thinking, oh shit, I put the kitchen rag in there. But you don't say anything, and you gulp it down and you swallow it, and you're like, just not gonna fucking talk about it. Although they feel like you're holding it against them, right? I'm not saying it's about the kitchen rag. It's just that they feel like you may sometimes swallow certain critiques that you have about them specifically just for the sake of getting along. Whether that's true or not, I don't give a shit. I'm just telling you how they see it. Okay. Mm. Six of Pentacles reversed for their future actions. So if this person is the Empress, okay, then this may be somebody who feels like they're not really getting something isn't equal, so they may be putting up some level of boundary for how much they're willing to give or nurture the relationship. For others of you, it may be that you may feel like they're not giving you enough, or they don't have enough to bring to the table, whether that's money or something else completely different. And they maybe feel like it's really hard to get through to you because not like you're hard to please, but like, what do you offer the Empress that she doesn't have already, kind of thing. Because that Empress, if you look at her, right, she's kind of got her back turned. So whoever the feminine is here seems to be, I think that they're nurturing this. I think that they're showing up, but whoever that Six of Pentacles in reverse is either A, taking advantage of what the Empress has to offer, or they may not have enough or feel like they have enough to offer. And it can be because there's a concern that whatever they give isn't good enough, but they're still fighting for you if you're this Empress. Your feelings, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, you're in it, but you may feel like something isn't moving fast enough, which may create some kind of internal conflict about the connection. So the Seven of Pentacles shows me that you're still invested, you're still here, you're still showing up, but that Five of Wands, it tells me that there may be some drama or there may be some conflict that you're having about it. Okay. Why? The Hermit. You may feel like it's more about you, or you could be dealing with a Virgo. I would be cautious of feeling like you need too much from this person when you have it yourself, okay, for some of you. But that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question and get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. You're welcome, Vanessa. Have a good one. Sorry, hold on. What? Okay. All right, Gemini, how's it going? Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you this week. Three of Swords in reverse for their feelings for you. The Seven of Cups for how they see you. The Four of Wands reversed for their actions towards you. All right, let's see that Three of Swords. Okay. Oh, the King of Cups, the Sun reversed. Got Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. I mean, this person is in love with you. They're in love with you. I think that sometimes they have their doubts or motherfucker, seriously? Not again. Why does it keep doing that? Jesus. That is so annoying. I'm so sorry, Gemini. All right, so moving on. So this person is clearly in love with you. I think that they're still overcoming some level of heartache or heartbreak in some way. There may be some residual pain that they're overcoming, but they have overcome it or they are overcoming it, or they may be attempting to heal you as well if there has been something of the sort. I want to see that Sun reverse, the 10 of Wands. I think that they're eating shit, basically. Not that it's because you're feeding it, but if they have any kind of ill will or negative feelings towards you, I feel like they're just going to eat that. Okay. Or they're trying to anyway. They feel like they need to because they feel like they need to be the man or they need to be the one to take responsibility. They need to put an end to the doubts. And I feel like they are taking responsibility and they're being very emotionally mature, or that's what they want to do because they're in love with you and they care about you. They may not say it all the time, but I definitely think that they are. And so they have their doubts just like anybody else, but ultimately they're choosing to remain positive. They're choosing to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? The 7 of Cups for how they see you with the 8 of Swords reversed and the Tower reversed. Well, they definitely feel like sometimes you get a little lost in the sauce. What's that Tower reversed? The Strength. They feel like you're not going to let go of this though. They feel like you're living out the fantasy, baby. You're cosplaying the shit out of this relationship. Not really cosplaying, but you know what I mean. Like you're living for the fantasy. You're there. You're ready to explore it. I think that there's a very deep, almost a touch of darkness about the way that they feel like you feel or the way that they think that you love them. And they feel like you're pretty certain that you don't want this to change or you don't want to let this go. Because they look at you like you're holding on to this for dear life. Like you're not going to let go, right? Hello, hashtag Titanic. They feel like you're not going to let go. Your heart's still in this. You're still passionate about it. You're not jumping out of the tower anytime soon. That's what they think. Whether that's true or not, don't know. That's just how they feel about it, or that's just how they see you. So it's really not a bad energy. Tell me more about that 7 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Yeah. They feel like you love the shit out of them, and I feel like it's mutual. Because they look at you like they understand you. They understand you at a deep emotional level. And they don't think you want to let go of that either. There's a sexual fantasy here at play as well, but I'm not going to get into that. Their actions, the 4 of Wands reversed, the Star, the Page of Cups reversed. So they're having a hard time being vulnerable, I think. I really do. I think that they're having a hard time being vulnerable. I think that there's some insecurity here in regards to sharing certain things that they want to share with you, specifically in regards to the future. You know, maybe they want to live together at some point. Maybe they have deeper feelings than you thought. Whatever it is, there is a bit of an insecurity here. Side note, it may be that they have to cancel plans temporarily because a family matter came up. Okay, so side note for some of you. But other than that, I think that, there's hope here. There's a lot of hope. I think that there's healing. They may be trying to even heal their inner child and heal the relationship with you entirely. This you? You may feel like this is done. Okay. Or you may feel if something doesn't change, you'll have to walk away. But you may also feel like something is changing, but you may also feel like it could be the way that you view this, because the way that they see you is the Seven of Cups, which can talk a little bit about illusion and fantasy. You may feel like you're waking up to a reality. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you guys so much. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. What's up, Alexis? You were right. Eh. Literally hate that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And breakups are 0 out of 10 for me, especially being a Venus and Scorpio. 1 second, guys. I got to get a snack. You know how it is. My God. The fuck? What's up, World Oracle? Hold on. Alrighty. Okay. Idiots, idiots, idiots. Not you guys. What's going on? Aw, Chris, thank you guys so much. Sorry, I had to get like a little snack. V, when are we doing a meetup in Cali? Ugh, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do that, to be honest. Cali is on the opposite side. It is. I've been called worse. I'm dead. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, dude, I have 36K. Like, it's not like I got 500K. You know, I don't feel like I'm really big enough to be having these meetups. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would love to meet you guys. I'll go by my loans. I'm too tiny. Thanks a lot, Chris. All right, sorry, you guys know how I am. Perfect, right? Right before the Taurus reading, I go and grab a full ass lemon meringue pie. Thing about me, if there's sweets in the house, I'm gonna eat them. And I need to just stop. I just gotta stop. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Hello, Taurus. What's going on? Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you, shall we? We shall. The moon in their feelings. The Ace of Cups for how they see you. Ooh, the Hierophant for their actions. Well, damn. I love this. Let's see that moon. Okay. Okay. This is cute. Runs that deep, huh? Love it. I mean, the moon is, I know that the moon has like you know, right. It's the moon. It's the fears and the weevils and the little scary things under your bed or whatever, okay? But the moon is essentially can be a very, very, very deep well of emotions for something or someone. And I feel like this person has that for you. Do I think that there may be some fears attached to it? I mean, yeah, dude, it's love. You know, everybody fears love a little bit because it's really the fear of getting hurt that sticks with you. But this person seems to be pretty content with where you guys are at. This is somebody who finds peace in your presence with the Temperance and the Three of Cups there. If this is romantic, this is also somebody who loves the dynamic and the communication and the friendship between the two of you, the camaraderie, I guess you could say. But this is somebody who loves that. So this is a very, very deep, yes, there's fear involved. Like I said, it's love, but this person is very content with where you guys are at. And I feel like if there has been some level of separation, then there's a desire for a reconciliation. But ultimately, I mean, let's pull one more. The Justice reversed. So maybe things haven't gotten to the next level and they need to. Maybe sometimes this person can be very self-focused. Maybe it's that there's an indecision that this person feels like they need to make, or maybe there's a decision that this person feels like they need to make, but they haven't quite made it yet. They may also be questioning whether or not this is equal, but really it just feels like, now what? Well, they view you as a masculine, okay? Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. So how this person views you, well, the good news is that they feel like you got a lot of love to give, okay? This can be somebody new for some of you, but for others of you, whatever it may be, this could be somebody who feels like, while yes, you have a lot of love to give, you can be a stubborn asshole. You can be a stubborn, overindulgent, lazy butthole who kind of doesn't have that competitive streak, or doesn't have this, like, laziness a little bit, like laziness, or doesn't fight for the relationship sometimes, or maybe they view you as somebody who's just with them for ulterior motives sometimes, and they feel like there's a bit of an instability here, or they may question, if you're that committed to them. Like, if there was some resistance put up, would you just kind of fold? I think that might be how they see you sometimes. Tell me about that Seven of Wands reversed, the Emperor. Yeah, they want you to take more. I think that they want you to take more control. I think that they want you to be more assertive. They want to know that they can count on you, that you're going to show up, that you're going to fight for it, that you're going to do the damn thing. I feel like my words are delayed a little bit. Weird. The Damn it, the Hierophant. Oh, love that. Eh. There could be a little bit of a codependence here between you and this person, or maybe this person just has a level of codependence for you, but this is a very strong committal energy. Very strong committal energy. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it's still clear. It's still surrounded by pretty positive cards. So this can just be somebody that is like, yeah, I don't want to be away from you, or I don't want to be single. I don't want to be single from Taurus. I want a commitment. I want to work on this. And they may be willing to go back and work on this commitment, work on this relationship, work on themselves, work on their own sense of security to be able to have a stable foundation with you. And that's what they're doing. There's no faltering from you. Like, they're here. And it's interesting because they see you as the King of Pentacles, even though it's reversed, and they're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like they're trying to match your energy, but lead by example for you to be better. That's what that looks like to me. So there are a couple of different things here, Taurus. It's either that you're hiding something, okay? You're gaslighting some level of information out of fear. Or it's that you are trying to do everything that you can to avoid something. You may be eh, trying to protect yourself in some way, and you may feel like the less that you say, the better you're protected. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know what that means, but it shows me that the reason for the Seven of Swords is because of the Three of Wands reversed. So there may be this, like, fear of not getting what it is that you set out for, or what you have your eyes or had your eyes set out on. There can be this energy of being a little impatient, or you may be waiting for the right time to do something, but it's like you might wait too long. So I don't know what it is, like, you're waiting to do, if you are waiting to do something, but I wouldn't wait too long, and I don't know what that means. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. What's up, Sugar and Snaps? Thank you so much. What's up, Miriam? Thank you so much for the super chat question. Oh, sorry to hear that, J-Kiss. Anthony, the cards need to eat more food and drink more beer. Right. Sure. They might, honestly. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to my Aries. All right, Aries, what's going on? Why is my computer being so stupid? All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you. Page of Wands reversed for their feelings. Okay. The King of Wands for how they see you. So they're viewing you as a masculine. They may be a feminine. Reverse it if you guys need to. Okay. The Eight of Wands for their action towards you. Lots of fire, a lot of passion. Let's see what that insecurity is about here. Page of Wands reversed. Four of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. Well, Jesus Christ. Dude, you know, Aries, this is somebody that they're not letting go of that shit. And you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I don't know what it is for you specifically, but it's definitely something that's hard to get over. And they're not letting go of it. And I don't feel like they have very nice things to say to you or even about you, maybe. But if anything, there there's some level of delay in regards to their own healing because of something that has occurred between the two of you, potentially some kind of ending as well. Why is that Four of Swords reversed? The Knight of Pentacles. They may be at this point where they feel like they've put in so much work into the connection and either their efforts aren't being appreciated or now they feel like it's all just trash and in the dust, or they may be being very critical of themselves in some way, shape, or form, but they are having a hard time letting go of some kind of betrayal. So their confidence is kind of, you know, because of that, at least in regards to this. How they see you, the King of Wands, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Four of Cups reversed. I mean, they think that you're sexy, you know, they think that you're attractive. You may be an entrepreneurial person, entrepreneur of some sort, but they could feel like you're holding a bit of a grudge. Like you're living in the past, you're the one holding the grudge, you know. Give me one more. What's that Six of Cups? Six of Wands reversed. Well, I like that there's two sixes here, even though they're reversed. It almost feels like this person looks at you like you're avoiding the elephant in the room. Like, oh, you don't want to look back there. You know, you're not going to look back there. I mean, I think in some cases they may feel like you're a good leader, you know, you're attractive, etc. That's all well and good, but they feel like some kind of past situation you're not trying to, you're trying to pretend it's not there because you don't want to live there, which is okay. You know, but if you're pretending like it's not there without resolving it, it will come back up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's how they feel. So they're having a hard time uh, making the efforts towards this with confidence because of that past thing. And they feel like you just rather, you know, play daisies and move on and focus on your hobbies and the fun stuff without focusing on what the initial or bigger problem is here. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. They feel like you just want to ignore it and act like everything's all rainbows and shit. Okay. The Eight of Wands for their actions with the Hermit reversed and the Death card. Whoa. Tell me about that Death card. The Fool reversed. Woo. There is like basically a fart, an old fart from like, 6 years ago that's just lingering in the room and they don't want to smell it anymore. I'm so sorry. There is going to be a conversation, okay? If this person has kind of been in hiding for a while, I think that there will be a coming out, okay? A moment where they come out, they may even surprise you, and they may say something to you that's really going to end things, that's going to change things forever. Okay. What are they saying? The Six of Swords reverse. It's about the past. It's about 666 is on the table, but it's about the past. It's about this past issue that you guys have not resolved. And they have a problem with this, and they're not going to have a problem with expressing it to you. And they seem pretty self-assured because I think that there's maybe some work that they feel like they've done in the past that has made them very self-aware, and which has in turn made them aware of their surroundings and everything else. Why did I just heard constituents? I don't even know what that word means. Constituents? I don't know why I heard that word. What does that word mean? Julianne, 6-year crop duster. I don't remember what. Let me see. A member of constituency. Well, that's great. Thank you. A component part of something. All right. Well, let me see. The tarot cards laid before you are not mere images, but the constituents of a deeper truth, each one a fragment of the story you're too afraid to tell yourself. Okay. So it's a part of something. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for you. Okay. I don't know why I heard that word, but I had to take a look at it. Okay. I think LOL in politics, business partners. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I heard that word. But that's interesting. Your feelings for this person, Queen of Swords reversed and the 10 of Wands. Now I'm hearing eat shit and die, but I don't think that's your feelings. I think that that's how you think this person feels about you. I don't feel like you're this Queen of Swords reverse because you're showing up as a masculine. I think that you believe this person is the Queen of Swords in reverse. With the 10 of Wands, it tells me that no matter what this person says or does, you may still feel responsible. You may feel like you're responsible for this person's emotions, their emotional outbursts, if they have any, or whatever decisions that they make in regards to the relationship. I think that you feel very burdened down by this sometimes, although I do think that you essentially want to take responsibility for this. And you also feel like you can handle this, even though it's difficult sometimes. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Aries. That was definitely interesting. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Time for super chats. What's going on, Lola? Yeah, I honestly would not mind moving to Washington just because it has the kind of weather that I like. Alrighty. Bye, Carmen. Have a good one, hun. What? Hold on. How strange. Okay. Alrighty. I'm mad I missed the live. I'm sorry. Can't go to sleep until my sheets are done drying. Damn, girl, you put that off until now? Shit. I know I'd be pissed. All right. 6 weeks, no alcohol. That's incredible. What's up, Underdog Tarot? Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's do this. Sophia Bernard. Hello, is Elle going to ask me to be his girlfriend? King of Swords. The Star. He's definitely in his very logical mind frame. He's definitely thinking very logically. I'm sorry. With the King of Swords here, I do feel like he'll ask you something. I don't know if it's to be your girlfriend. So, or for you to be his girlfriend. The King of Swords with the Star reversed tells me that he's sharing something with you or he's trying to figure out more information, but he may not be divulging too much information himself, or he's not really sure if he can totally put all of his hope into this. So I feel like there's more of a head over heart kind of, I don't want to say decision he's making, but there's more of a head over heart kind of way he's going about this. The Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Justice, I do feel like at some point after he figures out whatever it is that he's trying to figure out about you, I do feel like there will probably be this uh letting go of some level of fear once he's figured out the information that he was looking for. And I do think that the connection will likely go to a higher level of commitment, at least right now as it stands. Because the Justice is about we. It's Libran energy, which is about relationships, how we relate to people. And all things being equal with the Justice there, as long as things are equal, I do feel, and if as long as he feels that and he feels like he can trust it, then yes, I think that he will. Because the Justice can be a sense of like a higher level of commitment. Thanks a lot, Sophia. Good luck. Julianne, new here. My son moved out January and is getting married in November. Is she the one? Will they be financially okay? She isn't trying to help get a job, and I just want peace of mind, and she keeps him away from us. Advice. Oh. Is she the one? Let me see. I don't think I want to be the person that says whether or not she's the one. What I will tell you is what the cards say, okay, Julianne? So I have the Seven of Pentacles reversed with the Knight of Cups reversed. So this to me is what she is to him. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes be somebody who's not super invested, okay, especially from a financial standpoint. And I say that because the Pentacle energy is usually around the financial aspects of our lives. So with that being in reverse, this may end up feeling like uh not the best of investments. Not saying that she's like an investment, but people are an investment. And the Knight of Cups is in reverse. So there can be this moodiness or jealousy that comes from her in some way. Especially when she's feeling impatient or she's feeling like she doesn't get what she wants. So I don't want to answer whether or not she is the one, but I will answer what she may end up being to him. Okay. Now it's only a 2-card read. So if you want to book a personal, then you can go to my website. Okay. But that's what I got from that right there. So let me see. Are they going to be financially okay? The Four of Pentacles, the Moon reversed. What's that moon reversed? The Five of Swords reversed. It can feel like a little bit of a struggle. The Four of Pentacles is when we're feeling like we really, really need to save money because we fear that we're going to lose it, which can sometimes be coming from a place of lack, a lack mindset. And the moon in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse can also represent us saving. Once again, the moon in reverse is around fear. Okay, it's fear. And the Five of Swords in reverse is it's like we feel like we just can't win. So it may get to this point where yes, they're saving, they're being responsible, but it can kind of feel like we're trying to keep our head above water sometimes. Okay. So they may feel like they're needing to keep their head above water. Your advice, I want to see one more card for what she is to him. The Magician. Well, the Magician isn't always bad or anything. The Magician can be good or bad depending upon where his mind takes him. Okay, because it's mercurial energy. This may be a woman who has a lot of power in the relationship or has a lot of power over your son. Most wives do, right? But that Magician tells me that she has the power to create within the dynamic, or she has the power to create what it is that she wants within the dynamic. So whether she's more on the light side of things or the darker side of things, that's how things will go. Your advice about this is the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords reversed. So you're going to have to set the standard by setting the example by your actions, whatever that means. The Queen of Wands for your advice is about taking the lead in a situation. This is about being the leader in a situation. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to overstep your boundaries, but the Eight of Pentacles is about, especially with the Queen of Wands, this is about taking the lead in regards to what the standard is for something, taking the lead in regards to some kind of pentacle energy, work, doing the work, helping somebody else. It doesn't mean that you have to like give your son and his wife a bunch of money. That's not what I mean. The Eight of Pentacles is through mastery. It's through very hard work. So something may take work, but you're going to have to take the lead in order to overcome some kind of, I don't know if it's a betrayal, but it's to be able to evolve. So maybe you're needing to show them or lead the way in some way in order to help this woman evolve, maybe. Whatever that looks like for her, that's her personal journey, but you know what I mean? So that's what I have for you, Julianne. Thank you so much for your for your business. Thanks a lot, Julianne. All right, we got one of my favorite girls here, Alexis. You were right, going through a breakup now. What good is coming this week for me? All right, show me only the good stuff for Alexis this week, please. The Five of Wands reversed, the Eight of Cups, and the Six of Cups reversed. Well, it doesn't feel, it doesn't maybe look like a positive read, but the Five of Wands in reverse in regards to positivity tells me that you're not in conflict anymore. You're not in conflict with yourself. You're not in conflict with another. You may be kind of on this journey where you're like, I just really kind of want to be alone for a little bit. And the 6 of Cups in reverse can represent, we're letting go of some grudges in some way, or you're just simply working through those. I think that this alone time is actually going to be far more beneficial and enjoyable than you think it is. Page of Swords reversed, the Lovers, and the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you're going to receive some kind of information that helps you make a big decision in regards to love or in regards to something that you're attempting to strive for. Can you tell me about that Page of Swords reverse? The Six of Wands. Something unexpected is going to happen in regards to a love, either a decision or some kind of love interest. Something in regards to love, something unexpected. I say that because the Seven of Wands, usually you'll see him and he's fighting off 6 other people with sticks, okay? That's because they want his spot, all right? But you'll see in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, he's missing one shoe, and that's because he didn't expect it. But what is it that you don't expect? The Lovers. So I feel like something unexpected in regards to a love situation is going to happen. There may be some kind of attention that you're getting or some kind of pat on the back that you're getting for something that you said, something that you found out. Or it can be that some kind of misinformation, you're able to kind of turn that around. Or some kind of assumption that someone has about you, or the other way around, whatever it may be, that something around that is worked out. Does that make sense? Your advice is the Temperance and the Two of Wands reversed. So this is just about finding your peace right now. The Temperance is all about peace. It's also about patience. It's also being about being content with where you are right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is the time to make plans and make decisions and come out of your comfort zone and all that. Sometimes you just need to be. And I think that's essentially what your advice is right now. Thank you, Alexis. All right. Then we have the World Oracle. What's going on in my 10th house? Let's see. The Knight of Wands, the Judgment reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed. So, you or somebody else, there may be some action that you're needing to take in regards to something from the past. Now, if it's the 10th house, then this can represent like your reputation, your social standing in the world. It can even represent like if you're married or if you're a parent or, if you're in a relationship with somebody, right? Your relationship status, even. It can also represent your accomplishments. So with that Knight of Wands, it seems like you're taking some kind of passionate action here in the near future towards your career. But with that, or whatever the 10th house is for you in this particular circumstance. But the Judgment in reverse with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it kind of makes me feel like you're either not wanting to own up to something, or a parent or a superior is maybe not wanting to own up to something, or it's that you're not wanting to bring something back from the past in regards to your 10th house. So let's say that, like, you may be giving up on something because you're not passionate about it. So what do I mean by this? So let's say that you want to be a tarot reader, okay? And that's what you're passionate about. So you go out there and you decide that you are going to make a YouTube channel and you're going to start reading some fucking cards, right? But let's say that something else, like some kind of other job that you have, right? Maybe you got 2 other jobs. It's like you're really not wanting to do that anymore. Or it's that you're really not wanting to show up in this way that people expect you to anymore. You may be giving up on that. However, okay, however, I will say that there may be a higher calling that you are refusing to look at because you don't want to fight for it, or you may feel like it's going to be too much work. Okay. So it may be asking you to answer the call, take the responsibility. Okay. So it seems like some level of responsibility that you're needing to take, essentially, that you don't want to. It seems like you might kind of just want to have fun or focus on the things that make you laugh or whatever the hell. But there's a bigger responsibility here. Let's see what else. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. There's some kind, once again, there's something about the past. There's something about needing to break free from whatever paradigm or from whatever repetitive cycle has been going on in your 10th house of career, reputation, and social standing. Chariot reversed. It's like you're it's like you're trying to drive the car with the brakes on, and then like getting mad at the car. Like I don't know how else to explain that. The Ace of Cups, there will be some kind of new beginning, but it's after having to let something go first. It's either after having to let something go, or it's needing to kind of let go of control of something, own up to something, uh, give in to the higher calling is what I want to say. But there will be an opportunity there. It may be more of a love opportunity or create a creative opportunity as well. Your advice is the Emperor reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Ten of Cups. If this is about like your social standing, like your relationship status, then this may be saying that the masculine really needs to get his shit together. He really needs to get his act together. He really needs to take the initiative. He needs to put his petty feelings to the side, and he needs to take on the challenge. It's also saying that the feminine needs to work on her insecurities or her financial independence in some way. Okay. That's how you're going to have a harmonious relationship. If this is not necessarily about a relationship, but this is more about the things that you're needing to pursue in regards to your career, then this is saying that, it's so funny because your name is literally the World Oracle, and like I was making the tarot thing. I just realized that. Anyway. So if this is about you, then it's saying that you need to put your big boy, big girl pants on, and you're needing to take initiative in your career. You're needing to put some kind of feelings aside. You're needing to take responsibility, and you're really needing to put the pedal to the metal. You're needing to take the initiative in order to find emotional fulfillment in regards to that 10th house. Okay. So I hope that that helped. I don't know what your 10th house, what's going on in your 10th house. So I kind of had to wing it there. Thanks a lot, World Oracle. All right. Then we got Sugar and Snaps. This guy I work with always flirts with me. How does L see me, or is he interested in me? All right, let me see. How does he see Sugar and Snaps? The Strength reversed. You may feel like you're not super confident. Ace of Pentacles reversed. The King of Cups. Whoa. This person may feel like you want a relationship. They also may feel like you're emotionally mature, or even that you would be the relationship type, like somebody they could actually commit to. But with the Strength reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed, they either feel like there was a missed opportunity here, or they feel like you're not super confident in regards to the work that this is going to take. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But this person is either in love with you, they have strong feelings, or they feel like they could commit to you. They just feel like you're not super confident in self or in this. Is he interested in me? Nine of Cups reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, the King of Wands reversed. Ooh. Okay. Well, sorry, I can be dramatic. For egoic reasons. Like this may be somebody who looks at you like relationship material, but it's not necessarily about if you're relationship material. It's really about, are they relationship material? I think that they're attracted to you, but I think that more than anything, this is more of an ego thing for them. I think that they're selfish. I think that they're selfish. I think that they're interested in you for selfish reasons. It doesn't mean that maybe there aren't feelings there, but from this small reading that I'm doing, this is more of an ego boost. Can I get this one in the bed, or, walking with Sugar and Snaps makes me look fucking good. So there is kind of that energy there. I would be a little careful, because there can be some ulterior motives, trying to treat you like a trophy wife a little bit. Your advice, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords reversed, Three of Pentacles. So this may be asking you to kind of keep things professional with the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles there. And above all else, that Seven of Swords in reverse is telling you to maybe act within your conscience, yes, but it's more so telling you to be selfish. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to be an asshole or anything like this, but it means that you need to put yourself first when thinking about you in regards to this particular situation for whatever reason. Okay. Thanks a lot, Sugar and Snaps. I really appreciate you, honey. Let me know how it goes. We got Miriam. Oh, shit. What is my person's true intentions with me? Four of Wands. Okay. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. They can't see super far into the future right now in regards to the two of you. If this has been a relationship, like if you guys have already been in a relationship, they may feel like it has failed, but they may be trying to work on that. If this is somebody you have not already been in a commitment with, I think that this is somebody who wants to have fun with you. I think they want to invite you over for fucking dinner. You know, I think that they want to go out with you. I think that they want to take you to dinner, but I feel like it's more than that. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles there, they're trying to do something right. They're trying to do it right. They're trying to truly put in the effort. They're trying to take action, but they want to make sure that they take it slow or they do it right so that way they don't screw it up. The Hangman. Okay. But I think they get impatient with themselves. If they are trying to take this slow or if they're really trying to do the right thing, I feel like as well with that Hangman there, they're trying to see things from a higher perspective. They're trying not to control or rush something too much, but they are frustrated because I feel like they want more intimacy with you, not necessarily sex maybe, but they want that intimacy. They want that closeness, but they may feel like you're going to misunderstand them, or they may feel like they don't know when is the right time to make this particular move or have that conversation or something like that. So with that Hangman, they're trying to kind of wait it out, but it's not in vain. There's for a reason why they are thinking slow or going slow with this or trying to, but there is an impatience here. Your advice is Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, Five of Cups. This may be telling you to not rush something as well because you may end up regretting it. Be cautious of like what you say, being impulsive in your communication. You know, I don't know if you've been intimate, like physically intimate with this person yet, and that's totally your business. Do your thing, whatever. But it may be saying if you haven't yet, then maybe wait it out a little bit. Or even if you have been, maybe you guys were on a break or something, give it a little bit of time. It's telling you that you can still have passion for this. You can be open. You can have fun with it, but to do just that, have fun with it. Try to be a little lighthearted, and certainly don't bring your past into this or try. Or if there's some past issues that you guys are needing to deal with, then there may be this energy where you're needing to really talk about it. Okay. Thank you so much, Miriam. Sophia Rodriguez, Libra Femme, wondering if I'm on the right path in love and career and boundaries with both. Let me see what's going on in regards to her path for love. The Hierophant reverse and the World. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, I feel like it's not something that needs to be rushed with that Hierophant reverse. I feel like you need to make sure that you are with somebody or with people that align with your morals and your values. I think that it's important that commitment is there. I think it's important that you take your time because this is double earth energy. Earth energy is pentacle energy. It takes its time. The world is Saturnian, which means that there's a lot of hard work and effort that needs to be put in before something can truly solidify and be woven together in the way that it needs to. So take your time, make sure that the people or the person that you're with does align with who you truly are on a fundamental level. High Priestess and the King of Pentacles for if you're on the right path with your career. I think as far as stabilizing your career or becoming more financially independent, I think yes. I think if you, here's more earth energy. The more you keep hacking away at it, right? One foot in front of the other, staying committed to your commitments, great, do that. But with the High Priestess in reverse, it can also be that you're playing small or there's a higher potential that you have that you're suppressing or you're not seeing. And so I feel like you're needing to see that. You're needing to listen to your intuition a little bit more about what that is, as opposed to just being too focused on the practical all the time. Although focus on the practical, like, don't get me wrong, but there's also something bigger that I feel like you can feel. Thank you so much, Sophia. Underdog Tarot, whatever comes out. Thanks, Violetta. I got you. Everybody, so go subscribe to Underdog Tarot as well. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups reversed. There could be something that you've been putting off for a while, like a reality check you need to give yourself, or if you've kind of had your hands in a lot of cookie jars, so to speak. Okay, this can be a time where you're needing to pick one. Okay, you're needing to shit or get off the pot, to excuse my French. So I feel like you're going to come up on that pretty soon. Four of Swords reversed, the Tower reversed. Okay. Well, this can be saying that you're not totally healed from something that you're still haven't let go of. I think that there's a need to trust the fall. I think that there's a need for you to trust that what is broken was meant to be broken to be able to be rebuilt. Maybe not necessarily in the form that it took. Maybe it's taking the form of a lesson. Maybe it's taking the form of wisdom. Maybe it's taking the form as a new gym membership. Maybe it's whatever, right? But there's a reason, and I feel like you're needing to look at the aftermath of that as opposed to the math of it. Does that make sense? And trying to solve it. Thanks a lot, Underdog. All right, we got my girl Carol. Hey, beautiful Taurus here. How does Mayor, he's a Leo, truly feel about me and next actions? Let's see his feelings first. Knight of Swords in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse. This person may be following your lead because there's a fear of rejection here, or they're trying to make sure they're not going to be put in the doghouse, or the Knight of Swords in reverse can sometimes be somebody who's easily triggered by another person's actions or what they say. But to me, this is more so like, this person may be grateful to kind of have you around. So they may be trying to avoid being too impulsive or saying the wrong thing. Or this can be somebody who is just simply following your lead because maybe they don't want to piss you off or get rejected. Okay. Then we have next actions. The Sun reversed, the Eight of Swords reversed. Even when the sun is reversed in tarot, it's still ultimately positive. So if this person has been stuck in like this doom and gloom energy or this lack of optimism, or maybe he hasn't really revealed something to you because he's not really sure if he wants to, whatever. I feel like he's basically, excuse my French, but unfucking himself from that. I think that there's this level of optimism that he's choosing to have as opposed to staying in that kind of doom and gloom energy, or, you know, it kind of reminds me of like Eeyore trying to get a better bet on life. You know, Eeyore trying to look at something from a different perspective and have that hope and that optimism. So I feel like those are his actions. He may not be revealing all of his feelings to you per se, or the decisions that he's making, but you make him happy, I think. So there is this level of optimism around it. Thanks a lot, Carol. Then we have LaDonna. Let me actually shuffle these really fast. It's nice to see you, LaDonna. I always remember your profile picture. Last shuffle. All right, LaDonna, thank you for waiting. Let's see how Bobby is feeling about you, feeling for you. Queen of Cups reversed, the Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords reversed. He may feel like you're having some emotional issues, depression. He may feel like you still don't trust him from something in the past, maybe. He may want to put in some kind of effort, or he may even put in effort that you don't know about him. Like he still tries to learn about you or kind of figure out what you're up to potentially. So there may be some kind of offer maybe in the future, or some kind of effort that he wants to put towards healing himself, healing the connection if there's a need to do so. But for some reason, he feels like maybe you don't trust him for some reason, or you're having some kind of emotional issue around him, or just in general, whether that's true or not. Um, Let's see how he sees you. That's what I want to see. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, the Empress reversed, the Page of Cups reversed. Does he feel like you're stressed out about something, or is he assuming that you're stressed out about something? It could be that he feels like you're stressed out about a child, or he thinks that you are, or there's some kind of attachment around that. Sorry, the girls are bothering me. That he may feel like there's some kind of attachment around that, an attachment around a mother figure or a child in some way that may be negative or may be very worrisome. It may also be that he feels like you have some kind of insecurities that still bother you till this day that make you feel victimized in some way. So I'm not really sure why that is or why he thinks that, but for some reason he feels like there's some kind of negative emotional tie that you have either to him or something that you're going through on your own. Let's see your advice. The Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups reversed, the Devil. Oh. And maybe asking you to make practical decisions. I don't know if this has been like a drama situation before. I don't know if this was toxic. I don't know if there was third party situations, but it may be asking you for that reason to make practical decisions. And maybe ask you to, if you're thinking about contacting this person, it may be asking you to think twice as well. And I'm not sure. I don't know like what the deal is. I just see that Three of Cups in reverse and the Devil, and I'm like, ooh. So just a little word of caution, okay? Thanks a lot, LaDonna. Aubrey, this is just my gift for you, all you do, and for us, Mama Dragon. You're so cute. Shut up. That's so sweet. That's so cute. Thank you so much, Aubrey. You're such a kind soul. Aubrey, thank you so much. If you guys are still in here, if you could hashtag Aubrey, that would make my day. Thanks a lot, Aubrey. That was very kind. Mars, what comes out for love? Let's see. The Ace of Swords reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Be careful of like a codependent situation kind of coming into your life if you don't already have one. It can be this energy where maybe somebody is making promises that they can't really keep, whether that's you, whether that's somebody else, etc. But it can be kind of something that maybe is built on lies, or somebody isn't being totally honest about their financial situation. So just be cautious of that, because those things can definitely come back up and rear its ugly head and cause a little bit of friction within the dynamic. Okay, so just be cautious. All right, you guys. I absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody, all my super chatters, my chatters, super chatters. I love you too, Aubrey. Thank you. Thank you as well, Kay. I appreciate that. You're welcome, Carol. Thank you to everybody. I hope that you have the best night ever, and I will talk to you guys soon. Lori as well. Thank you so, so much for doing the timestamps. I hope you guys have a beautiful night. And please, you guys, make sure that if you go back to look at the timestamps or something like that, you give a little bit of love to Lori in the comments, okay? I love you guys. Have a good one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.